All right.
So, in regards to our family members and them, you know, coming to the United States as immigrants, just as everyone else, I think they kind of shared um, a basic ideology. I
Okay.
don't think
Yeah.
I can't really. It would be presumptuous of me to really say why they came. I don't have an exact answer for that, but looking at the type of people they were, the lives they led, where they settled, it kind of looks as though their move from where they began into the United States was just the basic need for that promising future for their children, or the freedom of choice, or
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the ideal that America, it's a better life kind of thing.
Okay.
So we have like mm, multiple sets of grandparents.
Really? Like, um, where did they come from, or like, what nationality were they?
Okay, so you have sets of grandparents from your grandfather's side, which
Okay.
is your mom's dad, and we'll just start there.
Yeah.
You have his grandparents, which would be my great grandparents, your great great grandparents,
Okay.
and that's Eugenio Lira and Andrea Rangel, and they came from Mexico about 1908.
Okay. Oh
They
wow.
Yeah, so they came over about then. Um, for them, they came as a young couple,
Okay.
and I think they were just searching for just a, a better way of life, for the
Cool.
most
Yeah.
part. And then we have, a set of grandparents from his mother's side,
Okay.
and they also about maybe 1860s came over into Texas. So they left Mexico into Texas, went from Texas to New Mexico, then settled and started their families in Arizona. And then once they
Wow.
did that, they moved into California. So that's where those two sets of um, families ended up. The first one, Eugenio and Andrea, started their family in San Gabriel,
Okay.
and in about the 1920s they moved to Los Angeles, and from Los Angeles they made their final move to like La Habra,
Oh.
and that's where they, for the most part of their lives, that's where they lived it out.
Okay.
um, Eugenio, he was a street laborer. That's what they called them.
Okay. Yeah.
So essentially, he would repair the streets, repair the sidewalks, and keep everything in good shape, kind of like a city laborer.
Yeah. We're
Um, his wife being a housewife. And on the other set of grandparents, we don't really know too much about them, just about their migration from Mexico to Texas, New Mexico, all the way into California.
okay. Yeah.
Okay?
Sounds
So
good.
then that would be on your grandfather's side. Also,
Interesting.
what we do know about the Liras is that after settling in, and before they came to LA, they that Eugenio had enlisted in World War I towards the end of the war, like about 1917.
Okay.
Okay, so he um, he was part of that. Again, Andrea was at home with, I think it was about six children by herself during World War I while he
Wow.
was off, and only to have to raise them by herself.
Okay.
She kind of took jobs, odds and ends here and there.
Do you
What she could do.
do you know if they were very religious at all? Do you think they would were they Catholic?
They were Catholic. They were Catholic. Now, I wouldn't call them seriously devout Catholics,
Okay.
but that was their religion. That was their belief. So, yes. regards to, again, the other side, which was Ignacio and Luz Pena, we don't have very much information on them.
Okay.
So,
And
like, that would just pretty much cover, your grandfather's side. We have your grandmother's side, our mom. So she has a set of grandparents who came from Michoacan, Mexico.
Michoacan, Mexico.
Yeah, so it's like a state that is off, it's in the lower part of Mexico. It's off of the Pacific Ocean.
Okay.
And for the most part, if you lived in that area, you were a farmer or a miner, and both of those grandparents, Juan Duarte and Narcisa Villagomez, they came from Michoacan in about 1916.
Wow. Okay. Around the same time.
Yeah, pretty much everybody all at the same time.
At the same wave of migration. That's
yeah.
funny.
And the interesting thing is, everybody did it lawfully. They made sure they became proper residents the way they were supposed to.
Yeah.
So they came through El Paso, migrated all the way through New Mexico, and made their way to California also. And that's where they settled into Santa Ana, and then moved into different parts of Orange County as they were there looking for work. They were here as farmers, that's what they grew up doing. So for the most part, they would seek out work as agricultural labor, working in certain fields, whether it be vegetable or fruit, or working at nurseries in the gardens. And that's what they pretty much did. I wouldn't say, they too had their Christian religion.
Yeah.
And I do remember them as a child growing up, going to a Spanish Baptist church, but I would have to say they were pretty devout. They were very, very religious. Very religious.
Okay.
So, I can't say that that's what made them come here. I don't honestly think that anybody was leaving their home to come here based on any type of dire circumstance.
Yeah. Just for more opportunity? That's about it?
Yeah, I think it was just like, you know what? We see that. It's over there. We know something's there for us. Let's see what we can do. It was something that was put in their reach where elsewhere you wouldn't have that opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that would conclude my video. That's a lot of useful information.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.